guys? Good to see you. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Okay. So if for some reason you cannot hear me, Dora, just turn on and let me know. Okay. So a strap is good to have. Here. Couple of blocks. And today's class, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of hips. Okay, and when we say hips, it's not just the joint, but it's really working the front, the side, the backs, the inner. We'll be doing a lot of figure 4 variations. And as always, I really highly encourage all of you to modify where you need to. We have many levels in the class. So for your practice to be beneficial and enjoyable, I would really say do less than more. Tease yourself, don't get into a mindset that you can never do this, and that, but push it a little bit and then go and modify if you need to. For example, we'll be doing a lot of, or some, from down dog to pigeon, and then something else. But instead of coming back to down dog, you can definitely stay with cross-legged. That will be the variation, just so you can preserve yourself for later on in the practice, because we're going to do a lot of repetitions. Okay. Also from Wild Things, if we hear, you can drop your knee down and open your heart and do this. All right. So today's practice, like I said, hip openers, having fun with all kinds of figure 4s. And I dedicated today's class to kindness, because when things are great, we forget how kindness can be so powerful and effective. For most of us in the world, we lack one person. But to one person at a certain time in their life, you are the whole world. And even a kind word or a hug or a kind smile can really change somebody's life. And I see this a lot with my students, especially the one I teach one-on-one. We may be doing something and it hits an emotion. Okay, and just giving somebody that space to express that emotion is so healing on all levels. So first, kindness starts with us. Learning to give yourself the opportunity to nurture your mind, your body, your soul, giving yourself time for you, so then you can give to others. If you find yourself depleted because you just giving to everyone else on your expense, it's not going to be long before you start to feel anxious, depressed, sick, bitter, resentful, so on and so forth. So even if you give yourself 10 minutes, 5 minutes, a breath at a time, you're giving yourself kindness, so then you can give to others. So through your practice again, like I said, if you feel overloaded, take it back a notch. Be kind to your body. All right, we'll get started on the back. Put the blocks just on the sides. I don't think you're going to need them right away. Lift and lengthen your tailbone. Relax your arms out in a T position. Open your feet slightly wider than your hips, and then bring your knees towards one another in a constructive rest. Soften your jawline. And maybe for the first time today, you're just connecting to your breath, to your body, putting everything behind you. If there's any agenda that you have to do, or any concerns or responsibilities, put all of that in the pause button. Soften your jawline, relax your arms. Start to bring awareness to your breath through the upper chest, the lower chest, bulging your belly, gracing the back body, and then exhale, let it go. Inhale through the upper chest, lower chest, belly bulging, hold that cylinder. Exhale, let it go. Inhale through the upper chest, lower chest, bulge your belly, breathe and feel. Exhale, let it go. Good. Bring your hands over your heart towards the ceiling. Inhale. Keep your front lower ribs down. And then exhale, big circle up and over your head. Yeah, it might come down a little bit so you can enjoy your practice. Let me see here. Inhale, up and over your head, just a smidgen, or do diagonal. Yeah. One more time. Inhale, lift, up and over you. Don't skimp yourself. When you feel sticky, hesitate, even if you bend your elbows. Keep going at your own pace a few times. One more time. Inhale. Hold where you feel sticky and exhale. Very nice. With your next breath, lift your right knee to your chest. Circle your ankle, relax your shoulders. Go in both directions. And now take your right ankle over your left knee. Open your right arm in a T position and now grab your right ankle with your left hand. Inhale here. Exhale, drop your hips over to the left, to the left, to the left. Your right knee opens up. Gaze over to the right. For some of you, the knee wants to go in. Pull the knee away from your chest as best as you can. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, relax your knee towards your chest a little bit. Exhale, pull your knee away from you. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly keep that same package. Come all the way up. Spread your toes. Take your hands alongside your body. Press your left foot to the floor. And on the exhale, lift your tailbone, lift your sacrum, lift your low back. Power the left glutes. Relax your shoulders down. Keep breathing. If you get a cramp, lower your hips, stretch your leg and come back again. And now lift your hips 1 inch and lower. Lift and hold 1 inch and lower. Lift and hold. Lower. One more. Lift and hold. Grip the toes to engage your glutes a little bit more. And now lengthen your tailbone, lower. 1 vertebra at a time. Open your arms in a T. Drop your knees over to the right. Stretch out. Breathe. Your knee does not have to touch the floor. For some of you, maybe a block under your right knee. Relax your chest. Slowly come all the way back. Bring your right knee to your chest. Give it another hug. And now interlace your hands behind your hamstrings. Resist your hamstring to your hands. Lift your heel towards the ceiling. Bend your knee just a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, push the heel towards the ceiling and resist your hamstring to your hand. One more time. Inhale, bend. Exhale, push the heel up, resist your hamstrings, relax your shoulders. Good, slowly release your right leg down. Left knee bends to your chest, inhale. Circle your ankle both directions. Keep your hips even on the floor, left ankle over your right knee. Flex your foot, grab your right hand to your left ankle, left hand to a T position, and now drop your hips over to the right. Pull your knee away from your hips. Use your breath, breathe towards your low belly, opening the iliopsoas, your obliques, your hip flexors here. With your next breath, bring your knee towards your chest just a little bit. Inhale. Exhale, pull it away. Mobilizing all the attachments. Inhale in. Exhale, push away. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Stay here. Breathe to wherever you feel. Relax your shoulders. Find that kindness. Even if we get challenged, we do this because we know the benefits. With your next breath, power your core, slowly come up. Hands alongside your body. Press your right foot down to the floor. Keep your legs as they are. Power through the right glutes. Lift your left tailbone. Lift your sacrum. Lift your low back. Claw the mat with your toe. Breathe in here. Keep your hips even. And now slowly lift 1 inch and lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Last one. Lift and hold it here. Claw the mat with your toes, firing up your glutes a little bit more. And now with your next breath, lengthen your tailbone, lower sacramentally, one section at a time. Open your arms out in a T position. Drop your knees over to the left, gaze to the right. Relax your chest, relax your shoulder joints. Try to find a clear mindset, maybe a block under your left knee. Energetically pull your left knee away from your hip. Slowly come back up. Hug your left knee to your chest. And now interlace your hands behind your hamstrings. Straighten the leg. Resist your hamstring to your hands. Relax the shoulders. Lift the heel to the ceiling. And now bend your knee just a little bit. Inhale. Relax your head, mama. Exhale, push. Inhale, bend. Exhale, push. Lengthen the left sit bone away from your hips. Slowly bend your leg, hug your knees to your chest. Massage your hips. Go all the way to your tailbone, to your right glute, top of the hip, left glute, and then go the other way. And now cross your ankles, a couple of rock and rolls. Rock and roll. Yeah, a few times. Rock and roll, massaging your spine. Change your ankles the next time you're in the air. Maybe you hesitate. And then the next time come forward into quadruped or fours. For some of you, blocks under your knees will be good if your hips a little tight today. Bring your left knee slightly in front of your hip. Spread your fingers and lift your chest up. Extend your right leg back. Inhale, lift your right leg to spinal balance. Lift your chest, and I exhale, bend your knee and bring your right knee in front of your left knee. Draw your hips back, sit on your glutes. Draw those hips back, sit on your hips. Slowly come back up. You can grace the floor with your foot today and take your right leg to the left, gaze over the left shoulder. Spinal balance, all 5 toes are down. Inhale. Round your spine, knee in front of your knee. Sit back. Enjoy the stretch here. Slowly come forward. Take your leg behind. Gaze over the left shoulder. Core is active. One more time. Inhale. Spinal balance. Almost forgot. Lift, gaze forward, not down. Lift your chest. Bend your knee. Knee in front of your left knee. Sit back on a chair. Slowly come up. Slide your right leg to the left. Go to the outer blade of your right foot now and bend your right knee and lift. Bend your right knee. Maybe you twist a little bit like as if your right hip comes down towards the floor. Core active. Slowly come up. Bring your right knee down to the floor. Kickstand your right leg and take your left leg to gate pose. Lift your palms up. Gate pose. Lift your palms up. Right hand behind your head. Left hand to your thigh somewhere. Lift your chest. Lift your left rib cage up. Breathe. And now with your next breath, right elbow to your left something. Twist it up. Pull with strength. Pull your elbow like you have a band. Inhale. Exhale, hollow your belly. Find your obliques. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. With your next breath, lift your chest up. Right hand on the block or the floor. Side plank. Flex your foot. Glutes are active. 3 pulses. Pause for 3, for 2, for 1. Bring your left leg forward. Tap the floor and lift. Use your core. Side plank. Pause for 3. For 2. Breathe 1. What's working? Bring it forward. Those glutes. Tap the floor. Lift. Side plank. 3 is a charm. Lift. 3, 2, breathe 1. Bring it forward. Kick. Tap. Lift. Extend your leg and come down to the floor. Child's pose. Walk your knees back. Lengthen your arms. You can use your blocks. Breathe through your back body, please. Find kindness. Through the challenge, find kindness. With your next breath, come into your quadruped, all fours. Keep your right knee slightly in front of your hip. Extend your left leg behind you. Look under your belly. Toes are down. Align your hips. Now push the floor with your chest. Gaze forward. Draw the shoulders back. Lift your left leg. Bend your knee, left knee in front of your right knee, sit back. Enjoy that movement. Shoulders away from your ears. Slowly come up, slide your left leg behind you to the right. Gaze over the right shoulder, lift your chest. Core a little active, glutes are active. Inhale, spinal balance. Lift your chest. Knee in front of your knee. Maybe you grace the floor, maybe you don't. Sit back. Inhale, come up. Slide your leg behind you. Gaze over the right shoulder. Use your breath. Notice if you're just shallow breathing, can you be generous with your breath, calming your mind? Inhale, gaze forward, spinal balance. Breathe in here. Knee in front of your knee. Sit back on a chair. Notice the progress, if at all, and then shift back. Yeah, take it back. Relax. Draw the shoulders energetically towards your hips so your chest comes forward. And now scan your body. How is your demeanor? Are you holding tension? Can you relax the edges? Slowly come up. Slide your leg behind you. Go to the top of your foot now, the outer blade of your left foot, and now bend your left knee a little and lift it up. One more time, bend it, and now shift the left hip as if you're trying to bring your left hip to the floor, like you're squeezing in. Bring it out. Slowly gaze forward, bring your left knee down to the floor, kickstand your left leg, extend your right leg, gate pose, lift your arms up. Press the outer blade of your foot, right hand to your thigh, left hand behind your head. Lift your rib cage, draw the left hip down. Keep breathing. Shine a light through the creaks, through the cracks, through the cobwebs. And now with your next breath, inhale. Exhale, elbow to your inner something on the right. Maybe knee, maybe thigh, maybe you're not touching. Inhale, lift and open your heart. Inhale. Glutes are active. Exhale, obliques working, bring it in. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Find your hand on a block. Lift your right leg up, side plank. Glutes are active. Can you lift your ankle to align with your hips? Even for a moment, and notice why that feels so challenging. And now pause 3 times for 3, little, 2, 1. Kick your leg forward, tap it down. Lift like you have a sandbag and kick it out. Pause for 3, for 2, for 1. Kick it forward. Remember, it's temporary. Tap the floor. We keep showing up for a reason. Lift and kick it out. 3, last time. 3, 2, 1. Kick it forward. Ooh, tap. Lift. Take it back behind you. Find your child's pose. Walk your knees slightly back. Take a moment here. This little moment can be a moment in your day life where you feel like you give, and you do, and you take a pause. Inhale, nurture whatever your body exhibits, nurture that. With your next breath, gaze forward, move your blocks to the sides of your mat, halfway through. Claw the mat, spread your fingers. And now all those little fingertips, okay, 3,000 nerve endings on each one, you're gonna claw that to the mat and press the parameters of your hand. So the little center of your hand is like a suction. It gets off the floor. So push the floor, tuck your toes under, keep your knees tucked under, and now lift your hips high, chest towards your thighs. Keep pushing the heels of your hands. Breathe in here. And now straighten one leg at a time. And change. Breathe. Feel the length from the heel to the back of your knee, to your glute, to your shoulder. Keep rolling side, right and left, right and left. Walk your feet back about an inch, and I'll ripple forward to plank pose, for your knees can come down. Draw the heels of your hands towards your feet. Drop your knees down, child's pose. Inhale, gaze forward. Lift your hips high. Straighten your legs. Bring your chest forward all the way. Remember, your knees can go down. Lift your hips high. Drop your knees down, child's pose. Inhale, gaze forward. Lift your hips high. Take your right, center your left leg. Take your right leg behind your left leg. Bend your left knee and straighten your right leg. Gaze under your right armpit. Breathe, lengthen the hips. Slowly come forward. Change your leg, center your right leg. Take your left leg behind the right leg. Bend your right knee. Gaze under the left armpit. Breathe. With your next breath, bring your feet together. Walk your hands to your feet. Good. Bend your knees a lot. Take your palms under your feet, okay? Core is active, right under your feet. So your toes are gonna touch your wrists. Bend your knees a lot. Open your elbows to the right and left. Gaze forward, inhale. Core active, exhale, resist your feet to your hand and lift your hips high. Relax your head, shoulders away from your ears. For some of you, you can straighten your knees a little more. Shift your weight towards the balls of your feet, elbows to the right and left. Bend your elbows. Inhale, bend your knees a lot, gaze forward, core active. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift your hips, forward fold. Keep lifting those sit bones up. With your next breath, gaze forward, liberate your hands. Heel toe your feet a little wider. If you need a strap, take the strap behind you. Interlace your hands. Inhale. And now exhale, straighten your elbows and take your arms over your head. Again, shoulder blades back and down. Lift your chest and draw the shoulders away from your ears. Can you lift your sit bones a little higher? Claw the mat with your toes. For 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees, liberate your arms. Take your hands to your shins and push the floor. Slowly come all the way up. A few shoulder rolls. Circle your wrists. Bring your feet together, spread your toes. You're still at the back of your mat. Lift your palms. Right wrist over the left wrist. You're crossing your wrist and palms together, just like you're gonna clap your hands. Bend the elbows, inhale, and I exhale, lift and lengthen to the right. Lift your rib cage up. Ground the left foot down to the floor. And I create space in your intercostal muscles, the muscles between your ribs. Find kindness. Soften the edges with your light and your breath. And as slowly come forward, liberate your hands. A few shoulder rolls. Bring your hands in front of you, left wrist over the right wrist. Palms together like you're gonna clap your hands. Bend the elbows, inhale. Exhale, lift your palms up. Inhale. Exhale, ground the right heel, lift your rib cage up. Side bend to the left. And then lift your rib cage a little bit more and then bend a little further to the left. Ground the right heel. Lift your back ribs out of your low back. Slowly come center, liberate your arms. Namaste, hands to your heart center. Notice the sensitivity, the sensations in your fingertips towards one another. Just the right pressure. And then open your eyes and just watch me for a moment. We're gonna go from down dog to a pigeon pose. You have to glide your left leg back. We're not staying, but push the floor. And now you're gonna find your glutes. Okay? We've been here before, stretch it out. Modified wild thing is right here. We're gonna come down, and now that bent leg goes in front of the left. You're gonna come all the way forward, drop your right knee down, and you're gonna create a shelf. Little push up, push it up, cross-legged, and then the left leg comes up. You're very excited, right? Okay. All right. So go slow, modify, like I said, where you have to, but for the most part, everyone should be able to do at least this variation. So find your downward facing dog from the back of your mat. Or you can go to quadruped, by the way. You can start from all fours here. Okay? Inhale, right leg lifts. Spread your toes. Gaze forward, right knee behind your right wrist. Wiggle your left foot back a little. Come to your fingertips and push the floor. Lift your chest up. Your left knee can be on the floor if you need to. Good. Now you're sitting on your glutes. Take your glutes down to the floor. You're going to face the wide part of your mat. Lift your left toes. Right hand behind your head. Side bend. Breathe. Lift your chest up. Take your right hand behind you. You can stay here if you need to, or come into this wild thing variation. Glutes active, lift your back ribs. Every back bend, glutes active. Slowly come to the top of your mat. Right ankle in front of your left ankle, even if you're on all four, down dog. Come into your plank pose. Drop your right knee down. Lift your left leg and now right foot under the left thigh. Gaze forward, do a little push-up. Kiss the floor, push it up, right ankle in front of left ankle, either go to all fours or downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. Pigeon pose. Wiggle your right leg back, open your chest, inhale. Sit on your glutes to the white part of your mat. Right toes are up. Left hand behind you, side stretch. Lift your chest up. Take your hand behind your head, Corinne. Yeah, there you go, easier. Okay, wild thing, left hand behind you, glutes active. Lift your hips. Gaze forward, downward facing dog, left ankle in front of the right ankle. Ripple forward, plank pose. Drop your left knee down to the floor, lift your right leg up, make a shelf with your left foot, lengthen forward, push up. Lift it up, drop your right leg, left ankle in front of right ankle. Changing it up just a smidgen, right leg lifts, pigeon pose. Walk your left foot back, glutes are active, drop your left knee down to the floor. Maybe you lift your arms up. Draw the hips, right hip back, left hip forward, beautiful hip flexors here. Core is active, blocks can always be of help. Drop your fingertips down to the floor. Walk your left foot back a little, find your glutes to the wide part of your mat. This time, your left hand outside of your knee. Lift your right palm up, rotate your rib cage, and now find either your shin or the outer blade of your foot or your strap. Stretch it out. Draw the left hip towards the back or the top of your mat. Hollow your belly. Keep breathing here. Lift your chest, widen your collarbone, Mike. That's it. Lift your spine tall. Draw the left sit bone to the back. Slowly release your strap if you have it. Wild thing variation, lift it up. Drop your left hand down, down dog, right ankle in front of the left. Plank pose. Drop your right knee down. Lift your left leg up. Make a shelf with your foot. Push it down. Lift it up. Left leg down, right ankle in front of the left. Last side, inhale. Left leg lifts. Pigeon pose. Walk your right foot back a little, drop your right knee. Glutes are active. Lift your hips and lift your arms maybe. Draw the right hip back, left hip, right hip forward, left hip back. Now, can you stay quiet? Pretend you're enjoying this for 3, 2, and 1. Find your fingertips. Lift your right knee, slide that leg back. Find your glutes to the wide part of your mat. Right hand outside of your right knee, flex your right foot. Lift your left arm up, up, up. Rotate from your rib cage. Find your outer shin, find the outer foot, or find a strap to your foot. Push the floor, keep drawing the right heel to your right sit bone to the back of your mat. Keep breathing, hollow your belly. Breathe into your back ribs. Beautiful. Slowly release your hands gently. Take your left hand behind you, wild thing variation. Lift it up. Glutes are active. Can you lift your back ribs a little more so you're doing a back bend? Glutes active, gaze forward, bring your hands down. Down dog, left ankle in front of the right. Gaze forward, plank pose. Drop your left knee down, lift your right leg up, make a shelf push up. Lift it up, release your legs and child's pose. Take your hands alongside your feet, palms are up, and now make little fists and lift your hands until you press the wrists down to the floor like a motorcycler, and then release your palms down. Make a fist, push it up, lift, 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 all the way to your wrists, and release. One more time, make a little fist, and release. Slowly walk your hands and lift your hips off your feet. Good. Shoulders back and down. If you need padding for your knee, this is a good time to do it. And now look at your feet, align your heel with your knee with your hip. Hands to your outer glutes because they have to stabilize you. And now look in front of you. We're going to stabilize the left glute and bring the right foot forward. The tendency, if you need to, you can use a block. The tendency here is to do a little detour. You notice that? You don't want to do that, right? So find that straight line, even if you need to use a block with your fingertips, squeeze your inner thighs, and now bring your foot forward. And then take it back. Even if you drag your foot, create this little map. As you progress, you gaze forward, bring your foot forward. The left glute is active, and then bring it back. The slower, the more challenging it is. Ooh. Okay, and then back. Bring it forward. Okay, now your foot right now is about, right leg is about 12 o'clock, or maybe 1 o'clock, 1-ish. Okay, so let's say that the left leg is 12 o'clock. You're gonna take your right leg either to 12 o'clock, okay, you can heel toe, or you can take it to 11 o'clock. Woo! Now press the man of your big toe. Yes, I know it's supposed to be wobbly. Press the man of your big toe to the floor. Draw the right hip back like you're squeezing the block, and your mid back has a powerhouse. Squeeze and hold your P here, hold your P. Lift your arms. Breathe in here, squeeze your inner thighs. Your glutes, can you squeeze your glutes? Good. Maybe you stay here, maybe hands to your heart center. Oh my goodness. Maybe you gaze to the right from your rib cage. Mount of your big toe. Woo! Breathe for 3. Don't cheat. Go somewhere where it's challenging. That means that right foot has to go further to the left for 3. Breathe 2. Breathe 1. Gaze forward. Right knee next to the left knee. Oh my gosh. Bring your blocks in front of you. Stretch out that left leg. Take your hands way forward. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the hips back. Yummy. Kindness. Give yourself a break. Inhale. Life is already challenging. So where we find opportunities to ease, go for it. Draw the hips back. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. So luckily we're not octopus, so we don't have 8 legs. Bring your left knee next to the right knee. Find the block next to you if you need it. Fire up those glutes. Look at your left foot. Find that train track. maybe a block to begin with, and then bring your left foot forward. Your standing leg is your right leg, so feel those glutes. We worked a lot on the glutes today. And now shift it back. Maybe you drag your foot to begin with. Yes. And then find it back. Your hips really want to sway to the right. Try to do your best here. Inhale, left foot forward. And bring it back. Bring it forward. And bring it back. Slow and control. Straight line. Bring it forward. Your right knee is 12 o'clock. Your left leg right now is at 11 o'clock. Move the blocks out of the way. Remember, before we go, your mount of your big toe, inner thighs, and your mid-back are your powerhouse. Heel toe your foot to 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock. Good. Draw the left hip back. Glutes active. Lift out of the low back. Lift your palms. If you lose your glutes, you lost it. Squeeze those glutes more than you think you should. I won't ask you to close your eyes today. Okay, hands to your heart center, maybe. Lift your rib cage up, rotate to the left. Press the mount of that big toe. The mount of that big toe, squeeze it in. Woo. Stay humble, stay humble. Every day is very different. Breathe, take your time. Maybe you go back a little and then you find it. Lift your spine tall, tall, like an umbrella unfolding. For 3. 2. Slowly come home. Find your blocks. Bring your left knee next to the right knee. Stretch out that right leg. Walk your blocks way forward. Inhale. Exhale, shift back. Inhale, forward. Exhale. Breathe. Press the outer blade of your right foot. Slowly come forward. Walk your blocks towards you. Bring your right knee and come to your belly. We'll do a nice chest opener here. So find a strap and find a block just in case you need it. Watch me first. I'm going to shift my body to the left and I'm going to turn my right palm towards the ceiling. Okay? Some of you may need a strap. I would go ahead and right away use the strap. And then you're going to take your leg behind you. Any amount. Try to lift the wrist higher. Breathe in here. I'll come and help you. So you're shifting to the left. Your right palm faces up to the ceiling. Some of you may need a block, right arm up to the ceiling. Extend your right arm in a T. T position. Yes. Find your strap and breathe. Yes. Beautiful. Some of you want a little more. Maybe the left knee bends up to the ceiling and breathe. Shoulder blades back and down. Shoulder blades back and down. Now see if you can lift your wrists up a little more. Yes, and now breathe into that, okay? In, and now this can come down a little if you need a break. And every time cheat a little bit, shoulder blade back and down. Yes. Breathe in here. See if you can lift your wrist a little higher. Yes. Keep breathing. You want more? Take your leg behind. Top leg. Yes, yes, yes. Lift your chest. That's it. Mike, you can even take your right knee up if you want a little more. Oh, scoot your hips to the right a little. Yes, and breathe in here. Shoulder blades back and down. Lift your wrist higher because you have more room. There. Now breathe into that. Tuck your chin under just a hair. That's it. Lift up a little more, mama. A little more. Yeah. Breathe in here. Breathe in here. Shoulder blades back and down. For 3. Breathe 2. In 1. Slowly release. So Diane, on the other side, your strap can be a little bit shorter because you can. Okay, come down to your belly. Slide your right arm, grab the edge of your mat. Lift your chest and now bend your right knee in a frog position. Slide your right hand underneath you. Tuck your left toes under and shift your chest forward. Relax your arm. You can stay with your forehead down. Keep depressing the right shoulder down to the floor. Some of you can take a block and rest your head on it. Each variation has different sensations. So do whatever feels good. Keep depressing the right shoulder down. Find kindness. Breathe in here. Can you identify where the sensations are traveling to? Breathe in there. Separate your lips for a moment so you're unloading any tension. And as you're breathing, can you visualize a flow of energy through your whole body until you get stuck? And where you get stuck, look at it, acknowledge it, breathe into it, and release. With your next breath, bring your left hand closer to your nose, extend your right leg out, liberate yourself. Yay, yay, yay. Breathe here. Just relax for a moment. If you felt a lot of sensations somewhere, look at those sensations and breathe into them. Dor, you okay? Breathe in there. Okay. If your leg is bent, straighten your leg and now shift your body to the right this time. Turn your your left palm towards the ceiling. Find your strap if you need it. And then once you got the strap or your hands, take your top leg behind you and now lift your wrists towards your shoulders. Shoulder blades back and down like you're squeezing a pencil and you're depressing the shoulders away from your ears as you lift your wrist up. Any variation with your legs. Maybe a block under your head if you need one. Keep lifting your wrist a little higher. Keep pinching a little higher based on your range of motion and safety. But don't compromise. Don't compromise just to be in a place that feels super easy for you. I want you to feel a little uneasy and then you grow into that. Shoulder blades back and down. Now lift your wrist a little more, mama. There you go. And breathe into that. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Shoulder blades back and down. Lift a little more. Just a smidgen there. Keep breathing in there, mama. This leg can be straight if it's easier. Straight or even closer to your bottom leg. Use your breath. Open your chest. Widen your collarbones here. Inhale, shoulder blades back and down. Lift a little more. There, now breathe into that. Keep breathing. Shoulder blades back and down. Right there. This leg can come closer to you. You can bend your knees like that. How's that? And then lift your arms a little. Just back that way. There you go. Keep breathing here. Open your chest. Good. Nice. For 3, breathe 2, bring now your head opening, take your heels off your hands. Find that, now open, that's it. For 3, breathe 2. Now breathe into, look at that. And 1, slowly liberate your strap, come down to your belly. Woo! Grab the mat with your right hand, bend your left knee in a frog position, and now slide your left arm underneath you. Tuck your right toes under and slide your chest forward. Yes. Right arm over your head or, yeah, you're good. This arm here, mama. There you go. Keep depressing the left shoulder away from your ear. Walk it as far in so you stretch. That's it. Keep breathing. Nice. Energetically, you're drawing the left shoulder back and in. Do you feel that? Yeah. Breathe into that, but do it kindly. If that's too hard, extend the leg out and just focus on your shoulder. You with me? Yeah. Close your legs. Close your legs. Just focus on that. But you're too high somehow. You don't need this right now. Just forehead down. Okay, forehead down, mama. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, now just focus on that shoulder. Now here's what happens. If it's too much, you just bend this knee for me, bend this knee for me, and I slide over the shoulder and forward a little. Over the shoulder, massage it. Feel that? And then forward a little. Okay, you have to break into that connective tissue. Break, inhale, and little. Do it again. Inhale. You're hydrating the tissue. Keep breathing. Inhale. Melt the tension of your shoulders, of your heart, of your mind, of your hips, and use kindness to unwind whatever it is that you have in your body that needs to leave you. And then with your next breath, straighten your left leg, liberate your arm, take a moment. Breathe. A few shoulder rolls. And then slowly, slowly walk into your hips. Push your hands and walk to your hips. Push your knees off the floor. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. And then you're going to walk to the top of your mat. So, last flow of the day. Adjust it if you need to. One block at the back of your mat. Spread your feet wide. Feet together, big toes touch. Lift your palms up, inhale. Exhale, shift your hips back. Utkatasana. Breathe, yes. Woo. Breathe in here, shift your hips back, back, back. Lift your left heel. Grab your left knee with your hands, power through the right glute and lift your left leg up. Breathe in here. If you need to be next to a chair. All right, option, tree pose or figure four. Lift your palms up, inhale. Shift your chair back, exhale. Flex the left leg. Go any amount that feels good for you today. Breathe. With your next breath, push the floor, come all the way. Woo, yeah, you might lose it. It's okay. Lift your left knee up. Think of the left leg going right back to crescent pose. For some of you, your knee is down. Everyone, bend your left knee, lift your heels high. Fire up those glutes and now straighten your left knee any amount. Lift your chest up, inhale. Left hand down to the floor, maybe your left knee as well, easy twist. Lengthen your chest, breathe. For some of you, your left knee comes down. Otherwise, go to the outer blade of your left foot and take your right leg all the way behind you. Lift your chest, wild thing. You're on the ball of your right foot, glutes active. Drop your hips down to the floor. You're facing the back of your mat. Right hand behind you. Left elbow hugs your right knee. Lift your chest up. Left leg is straight. Lift your belly up. Rotate from the rib cage. Okay, now everyone look towards me for a moment. Here is your modification. Your left hand goes to the top of your mat. You're gonna bend your left knee and bring your right foot. You grab it and bring it to the top of your mat. Ground your left foot and you're in warrior two. Some of you that want a little bit more, you're gonna lift your hips again to wild thing. Lift your right foot, grab the knee and bring it forward. Ground your left, warrior two. So I'm just giving you options, okay? Because some of them at home, they like some spicy. So warrior two to the top of your mat. Warrior two to the top of your mat. Square your ribs, bend your right knee, extend your arms. Keep breathing. Once again, interlace your hands, this time right arm on top of the left. Lift your chest up, open your heart. Heel to your right foot to the right. Square your chest to the front of your mat. And now bring your chest inside. Right hip wants to split to the right. Draw it to the right. Keep breathing. Shoulder blades back and down. Lift your chest up. Turn your right foot to the white part of your mat. Inhale, lift your chest up. Prasarita. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe. Some of you can bring the heels of your hands together. Shoulders back and down. Lift your sit bones up. Bend your knees. Liberate your arms. Turn everything to the back of your mat to lizard lunge. Hands inside of your hands. Walk your right leg back and find a padding for your knee if you need it. One block under your right hand. So now drop your right knee down. You're right above the knee, Mike, right above the knee. Glutes are active, and now left hand on your thigh for now, and shift your hips back. Glutes are active. Lift your right foot. Some of you just stay here and energetically drag your right knee towards your block. Lift your right foot, stay here, or lift your chest and grab your foot with your left hand. Resist your hand to your foot. Breathe. Ooh. Breathe here for 3. Shift your hips back for 2. And 1. Ever so gently release your foot in your hand. Lift your right knee up, lift your right leg, gaze to the top of your mat. Come into an L shape and take the block to the left side of your mat. Find the block under your left hand. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Open your chest first. Open your arm. Draw the left hip back. Rotate your left ribcage towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. Slowly square your hips. Look under your belly. Take your right leg all the way towards the top of your mat. Keep a block there. Now bend your right knee and straighten your left to side lunge. Keep breathing here. Turn everything to the top of your mat. Drop your left knee down and straighten your right leg. Ardha Hanuman. Stretch out the right leg. Feel free to use blocks. Feel free to bend and straighten your right knee as many times as you need to. Breathe. Next time your right leg bends, listen carefully. Left hand comes in front of you. Either you go to modified side plank, that means your left knee stays down and you're here, or you're lifting your left knee, go to the outer blade of your left foot and go to any variation. You can stay here, you can stack, you can stagger. Some of you can go to figure 4, since we did a lot of figure 4 today, for 3. Breathe 2 and 1. Drop your leg down and drop your chest down. Take a little break. Make a pillow. Breathe. Slowly, hands by your ribs. Push the floor and come into Malasana. Yogic squat. For some of you, you have a block under you. Walk your hips, come to the balls of your feet. Maybe you put a block and sit. Maybe some of you go to crow prep or to crow. So you have to lift all the way up. You have to come high up. I like to open my hands wider than my shoulders and grip the mat. And now all you want to do, keep that relationship here and shift forward and back. Come a little higher. Forward, maybe your head comes in and lift your feet. Push the floor. Big toes touch. That's it. If you're doing crow, gaze forward. That's it. That's it. Slowly lower down. Lift your hips. Heel to your feet. Hands to your shins. Come all the way up. Woo! Shoulder rolls. Hands to your heart center. Notice always this little battle in the head. We want to be challenged, and then when we challenge, we don't want to be challenged. And then it goes on and on and on. And then we have the moment of stillness. The mind keeps going, oh, okay, well, get out of there. Do something. So come to the top of your mat. Last side, you already know what's coming. Spread your toes. Inhale, lift your palms up. Exhale, Utkatasana, glutes are active, core active. Shift your weight back. Breathe in, hollow your belly. Lift your right heel. Grab your knee with your hands. Stand strong through the left leg. Lift your right leg up. Spread your toes, lift your chest. Liberate your hands, tree pose or figure four. Spread your toes, inhale, stay here or sit on a chair. Breathe. Shoulders back. Slowly come up. Lift your right knee up, inhale. Crescent pose, go slow. Maybe your right knee is down. Bend your right knee. First, find those glutes active. And from there, shift your weight back, straighten your right knee any amount, feel the difference. Breathe in here. Right hand down, easy twist. Lengthen your chest forward, rotate your ribs. From here, drop your left knee down if you need to, or go to the outer blade of your right foot, left leg behind you, wild thing. Lift your chest up. Glutes active. Drop your hips down to the floor. Take a moment here. Left hand behind you. You're off your mat probably. Take your right elbow to your left knee, hollow your belly, and then lift your chest up. Twist to the left. Make your spine tall. Break it down, break it down. Slow the vibrations in your head. That's a good technician knows how. Not to stay in the head and in a roller coaster, but analyzes the roller coaster and breaks it down. Where is the light within the roller coaster? Okay, so now you know, look forward, right hand to the top of your mat. Either you bend your right knee, you grab your left knee and bring the foot forward, like so. Or you're coming back to your wild thing. Grab your left knee and bring it forward. Ground your right foot, warrior two to the top of your mat. Warrior two to the top of your mat. Left foot forward. Breathe in here. Wherever you're top of the mat, Cindy. That's the back of your mat. There you go, yes. Breathe in here. Okay. Hands behind you, this time left thumb in front of the right. Open your chest, inhale, lift your chest up. And now rotate your chest to the top of your mat. Heel to your left foot to the left a little. And now humble warrior, bring your chest forward. Draw that left hip back. Shoulders back and down. Lift your chest up, turn your left toes to the wide part of your mat. Lift your chest, inhale, pigeon toe your feet. Exhale, forward fold. Shoulders back and down. Breathe. Bring more weight to the balls of your feet. Gaze forward. Bend your knees, liberate your arms. And now turn everything to the back of your mat, hands on the inside. Find a block under your left hand. Find a padding for your knee if you need it and walk your knee further back. So now you're on top of the knee. Drop your knee down. Right hand to your thigh. Shift your weight back. Your glutes are active. Shift your weight back a little. Lift your left foot off the floor and drag your knee energetically towards your block. Stay here or grab your hand to your foot. Resist your foot to your hand and now hollow your belly and shift your weight even further back. Keep breathing. You can twist to the right. You can gaze forward. Take advantage of that hip flexor stretch. Is wonderful stretch, core active. This is your last leg of the challenge. Slowly release. Lift your left knee up. Take the block to the right side, come to into your L shape, right hand on the block, you're on the left fingertips. Draw the right hip back, open your hips, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Maybe your hand to your waistline, maybe you lift your hand to the ceiling. Keep hugging the right hip to the midline. Rotate your right rib cage to the ceiling for 4. Remember, it's temporary, but look at the beautiful growth. Slowly square your hips. Look under your belly. Take that left leg all the way back to the top of your mat. Turn everything to the left. Bend your left knee. Side lunge. Shoulders back, chest forward. And I turn everything to the top of your mat. Drop your right knee down, Ardha Hanuman. Find your blocks if you need to. Bend and straighten your knee. And at the next time your knee is bent, take your right hand in front of you a little. Either kickstand your right leg and go to modified side plank, or you're lifting your right knee, go to the other blade, and any variation that works for you. Some of you can do a figure 4 and open your chest for 3, for 2, and 1. Extend your leg, come all the way down. Child's pose, yay. Woo, that was a lot. Hips, hips, hips. Yes. Take a moment, take a moment. This is the best school of life. The best school of life. Teaches you how to navigate, how to deal with challenging things from the right mindset without having meltdowns. We all had those. All right. Slowly shift back, and I'm going to give you options here. We have to finish with pigeon pose after all that. So if you like to do the modified version, you're on your back, right ankle over left knee. We did that earlier in class. This time, your block can go on the medium setting and just rest here. Okay, the other variation will be, find the blocks at the top of your mat. Okay, I'm gonna bring my right knee forward, and then I'm gonna bend my left leg. I'll do it this way so you can see me. Kind of like variation of 90-90. Now look what I'm gonna do. Left hand goes to the right foot. I'm gonna lift my hips, okay, and then align my ankle with my knee. And just slowly come forward here. It's a very accessible, it really allows you to open the hip, but try not to go to the side. See if you can bring your chest forward. Over time, maybe your left leg goes back. But I like to start with the 90-90 only because the ankle is, it's pretty deep here. So your left hand is inside of the ball of your foot. Those are just options. Nobody has to do all of them. I'm just giving you different variations. And then slowly come forward. Focusing on the right hip for now, marinating it. At one point, you can liberate your left hand, make a pillow. If you like to extend your leg now, you can. Make it feel good. Sometimes, many times, less is more, because you feel like if you modify it, you can grow into the pose. You can really feel the benefits. Breathe. All right. Slowly bring your hands by your knee. Push the floor, lean to the right, and now straighten out your legs. Shake it off for a moment. And now watch for a second. Option one, you here. And then you come here to an L shape. You push, you come here, or you come forward and then you go to Halasana. Come forward, open. Either you stay in the L shape or you go to Halasana. You have two of those. So, Baddha Konasana. You can stay upright as well. Don't drop your head, Mama. Yes, stay here. You can also take your hands sideways if it helps with the hips. And then either go to Halasana, legs over you, or you're coming just to an L shape, whatever feels good. Option two will be to take your, if you don't look to the right or left, stay there. And then come back, use your core, open, gaze forward. Take advantage here of hydrating the spine a little more. Last one, Halasana or L shape. Beautiful, slowly release it. Pigeon pose, side B. Shift to the left, take your right leg to 90-90 or on your back. Right hand goes inside of your foot for now. Shift your left hip back, align your ankle with your knee. And now maybe you just stay here for a few breaths. This is great work today for all the attachments in the hips. And the repetition allows that tissue to get hydrated, mobilized, and strong. Keep your hips even on the floor, Cindy, good. Then I'm gonna let you dig the heel. Here, Mama. No, like that, it's easier. There you go. And I ground your hips. And from there, once in a while, yeah, but don't crooked your hips, you see? So yeah, that's your starting point. Now see, whatever it gives you, maybe it doesn't give you anything, but breathe into that shape. Stay there in the 90-90, or maybe you slide your right leg behind you. Relax your chest. Take the opportunity to be present in the process of letting go of the tension and nurturing your body. You poke in your body and the toxins with your pillar of light, with your breath. When you pause, you acknowledge, you feel, and when you exhale, you liberate. So find that kindness towards you. And now with your next breath, shift your body to the left, bring your right leg forward, lay on your back. Hug your knees to your chest, give yourself a little massage here. Inhale and exhale. Ooh. Inhale, exhale. If you like to use your blocks for Shavasana under your knees, please feel free to do so. Draw the shoulders away from your ears. And now give yourself the opportunity here. If you like to put a towel over you or over your forehead, give yourself the opportunity here to seal your practice with a sense of stillness. And notice here is your opportunity to be quiet, not obligated to anything. How can your mind allow you to do that? How can you avoid the urge of controlling every part of your cell and your cells and your bones and your muscles and your thoughts? And how can you find little windows of quiet? To do that, you can follow your pillar of light through your body and then allow your breath to travel through those little roadmaps in your body, those meridians. Notice the rise and the fall of your breath. And with every cycle, your body is heavy, heavy, heavy. Your next breath, just wiggle your toes and bring your hands to your heart center. Find the connection to your heart. Allow this place to be always happy and safe. Roll over to a fetus pose, please. And kindness begins with you. Kindness begins when you take a moment to give yourself, to value yourself. So then you can give to others. Push the floor to a comfortable seat, please. Bring your palms together. Separate your middle 3 fingers into a lotus mudra. Lotus mudra represents purity, love, maybe kindness. And it reminds us that it comes from muddy water. So even through the muddy rides that we find ourselves in, there's always a beautiful lotus flower waiting for us on the other side. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Good job. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.